I don't think this time around it has. It's been fun. I mean, I think we thought the cruise was going to be scary, for example. We just did a cruise with 2,000 fans, but even that was like incredible. The fans now have been so just amazing. I think it's been this has been something that was really been like a real treat for them, us coming back together. And I think it's affected a lot of people in ways that we really could never have anticipated. You know, we figured it'd be fun and the concerts would be great, but it's really like a very powerful experience to come to one of the concerts. I mean, nobody sits down. Mm-hmm. The emotional wave that goes through the crowd throughout the show every night. It's like identical every night. You know, there's joy, there's tears, there's you know, trips down memory lane, and there's this incredible sense of like relief. I think a lot of the fans, you know, they grew up with us. They you know, they're 12, 13, 14, 15, and then they had to grow up. They had to get on with their lives. They have kids. They have jobs. They have all this stuff. They go through divorces. They go through, you know, buying homes, losing homes. I mean, it's tough financial times. And all of these fans, you know, suddenly it's like, wow, we get to sort of let go, and we get to, you know, it's something for us again. Mm-hmm. And it's sort of like they're not being teenagers again, because it's different. Like on the cruise, the fans were out on the deck of the boat just being women. I mean, they were out at the pool hanging out. They weren't chasing us through the hallways. They were just being real women. And it was like sort of like, it wasn't, the cruise wasn't just about, oh my God, let's go chase the new kids around a boat for 3 days. It was like, let's be women and go hang out with music people that we love and have a great time. And when the concerts, when it was time to be hysterical fans, they were. But for the rest of the time, they're having drinks and margaritas out at the pool. I mean, it's been incredible to watch the fans, for us to see the joy on their faces, and to sort of be blessed to be able to give the gift that we're giving to them. It comes right back to us. Like, I feel full every day. You know, every time I meet another fan, every time, you know, I'm on stage, it's like I feel full to see, you know, the joy that we're able to share with people.
You guys appreciating it now more than you did then?
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. It's just, you know, I've been able to share this with my kids, and I never thought that they would even see me back on stage again. So that's the most special part for me, is when they're at the shows, and they'll be out a lot during the summer, and it's going to be a great tour.
Are they your biggest fans or biggest critics?
A little of both, but, you know, my daughters went from being Jonas Brothers fans and Miley Cyrus to their New Kids fans. And awesome. And I didn't push it on them or anything. They just started listening to this stuff on their own. So it's pretty sweet.
I wanted to get some insight from you guys. I want to name a couple of songs. And I want you guys to tell us something that we might not know about that song. And it can be anything. Something that happened in studio, maybe something, the writing process, sort of like a behind the music on these songs. First thing that comes to your mind when I say, Please Don't Go Girl.
Yeah.
Would you rather never do that song ever again?
No. That's the song that kicked it all off. So I think we all feel fondly about that song.
I think that's what we think of. Like, that was our first hit record, so that's what comes to mind. Without that song, we probably wouldn't be here.
Hangin' Tough.
Hangin' Tough. A fact about that song is we were all broke, including our producer at the time, Maury Starr. We were all broke. We all had no money, and we came up with the idea for Hangin' Tough. It was written sort of as an anthem for the Boston Celtics. And the idea was we would take the song, sell it to somebody at the Boston Garden, whoever we could find who would be interested in helping us get it to the Celtics, and try to, you know, make maybe $500 for it. And maybe it could be the theme song for the Celtics for one season. And it's actually how we ended up. Our old agent is a famous sports agent from Boston named Bob Wolf. He was Larry Bird's agent, among other people. And we took the song to him and said, "Can you help us sell this to the Celtics?" He ended up becoming our agent through that meeting, but that the song was written for them just as a way for us to make some pocket money, and it ended up becoming, you know, a #1 record in the title song for our biggest album.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm looking for.
That's
right
really
there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about Step by Step?
Really deep song.
Spent a lot of time writing that one, coming up with that one.
Yeah.
It was actually, our producer recorded it with another group, and we always liked the song. So when we started recording the third record for us, but Step by Step, the album, we brought that up to him that we wanted to do that song. So another group had released it, you know, it was on a couple radio stations in Boston, but never did anything.
If the group took a vote on which song you guys were never going to sing ever again, which song would it be?
I think we already voted.
And what was it?
Go ahead, Danny. Danny's the one that started the vote.
This one's for the children.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the children got enough.
No, it's we took Danny started a campaign.
He doesn't want to say.
We need to go to Danny on this one. We need some honesty.
Come
on.
It's nothing deep or anything. It's just I never liked the song from the second we recorded it, and we started writing down set lists, and that was on one of the whiteboards we were writing stuff on, and I was like, no. And then we asked fans, would they miss it, if we didn't do it, and there was no response. Like they didn't really. It wasn't something they associated with the group really passionately. So
Okay.
nothing deep. Just
You just didn't like it.
Danny and Donnie from New Kids on the Block on with the Bert Show this morning. Q100.
So anything different about the show this time around from the last time around when you came through Atlanta?
It's all new.
Really?
It's big. I don't know if you can see, but I had half of the hair on my arm singed off last night. It's explosive.
Okay.
It's pretty incredible. Yeah, we know that the first tour was a pretty emotional experience for a lot of people. It was a pretty successful tour. We're really proud of that show, and it was sort of one of the things we wanted to do was sort of as much special effects as there was and stuff. We really kind of kept it stripped down so we could perform. We wanted to rely on us more than any gimmicks or tricks, more so. So it was really about people are going to be skeptical. We were a boy band. We were a bunch of teenagers. People are going to expect us to be fake, and probably not put out a great show and rely on a bunch of gimmicks. And we just said, let's do the work. Let's learn, show all the people the tricks of the trade that we know from growing up, being inspired by groups of the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and people from nowadays. We have all these resources to pull from. So we put on the best possible show that we could. Now that we showed everyone that we could actually perform a real show and sing songs and carry a show, now we've taken it to the next level. Now is a lot more pyrotechnics. There's a lot more video and lights, and it's a spectacle. It's really something to see, and we think we owe it to our fans. I mean, again, people spent tons of money to come see us the first time around. To come back and see us again so soon, we got to give them their money's worth, and we've definitely upped the game for this tour.
Was there any reluctance on anybody's part when you guys were thinking about doing this tour? Did anybody put a hand up and go, maybe it's a little bit too soon, guys?